In this video, we're going to take a look at possibly the hardest AWS certification. Is it the AWS Solution Architect Professional? Is it the AWS DevOps Engineer Professional? No. We're going to drill into the AWS Advanced Networking Specialty Certification as the hardest AWS certification, one that you might not have even considered, and we'll let you decide for yourself. Now, if you're new here, I'm Greg, creator of Thoughtful Techie Cloud, and each week I'm creating a video to help you navigate your AWS cloud and tech journey. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe right now. So I'd like to start off talking about the AWS certification hierarchy. AWS has 4 different categories of certifications. There's the foundational. This is where you are focused on learning knowledge. These are knowledge-based certifications, and no prior experience is needed. Then you step up to your associate level certifications. These are role-based certifications, for example, like Solution Architect Associate, Developer, Machine Learning Engineer Associate, and you will be in that particular role. You'll learn the associated material with that certification, and that's the hat you need to wear when you're answering those questions. Then we step up to the professional level certifications. These are also role-based certifications. However, they're going to be a lot more advanced than those associate levels. Now, the networking advanced specialty certification falls into the specialty tier of AWS certifications. And these certifications, they're similar to, I would say, professional level in difficulty. However, they're going to deep dive in a specific domain. Now, AWS has 3 specialty certifications. They have, of course, the advanced networking specialty, which is the subject of this video. They have machine learning specialty, and they have security specialty. Now, what really gets me is that within the specialty certifications, AWS labels the networking specialty. They precede networking specialty with the words advanced. So even though they have the machine learning and security, which they refrain from using the word advanced, networking gets the advanced title. So let's take a look at some high-level things here regarding the specialty exam for advanced networking. It's going to be 170 minutes in length, and the cost of the exam is going to be $300 USD. So this is definitely not something you want to go into cold turkey and not be prepared for, because you're going to be out of a bunch of cash. Now, the format is multiple choice and multiple response. You have 65 questions. I'll talk a little bit more about the questions and the breakdowns there. And we'll also go over the exam guide here in a minute. But what I really want to drill into now is who should take the exams. I have some notes here that we'll go over. So this exam is intended for individuals who perform, now listen to this, complex networking tasks with 5 years now, not 2, not 3, but 5 years of hands-on experience architecting and implementing network solutions. And before you take this exam, AWS recommends you have professional experience with AWS technology. So before you even think about your networking background, that you need to be familiar with AWS. So if you've never worked with AWS before, you definitely don't want to let this one be the first one you start off with. Now, once we jump into networking, we're already jumping into advanced topics like interconnectivity options, like IP VPN, multi-protocol label switching, virtual private LANs. You need familiarity with developing scripts and tools, familiarity with routing architectures, both dynamic routing and static. And if you've never heard of these things before, that's going to be a steep uphill climb. And I'm not telling you this to discourage you. This is a video just to really paint the picture of how difficult this exam can be, which of course is a relative to your experience. You're going to need familiarity with classless interdomain routing, subnetting, both familiarity with IPv4 as well as IPv6. Have familiarity with IPv6 transitions. You know, the whole jump from IPv4 to IPv6. Seems like we've been migrating to IPv6 for forever now. Familiarity with web application firewalls, intrusion detection systems, distributed denial of service, lots of advanced topics. Now we'll drill over into the exam guide to go a little bit deeper. In terms of what this exam validates from the candidate perspective, you're going to be having to know these particular areas. So designing and developing hybrid cloud-based networking solutions by using AWS. So let me just back up here for a second. Even if you're familiar with networking, routing and switching with hardware-based networking, once you step into AWS, everything is largely going to be software defined, especially when you're on the AWS end on it. The hybrid piece of it would be not only do you need to know AWS, but if you're attaching your network from AWS back to a branch office or some co-located facility, now you still need to know the old school networking and then make that mesh together with the hybrid networking as well. You're going to need to be able to implement core AWS networking services according to the AWS best practices. So it's not just enough to just use a service, but you need to follow the best practices. Operating and maintaining the hybrid and cloud-based network architecture for all AWS services. This is what I mentioned earlier. Being able to link up AWS cloud with the hybrid models in a data center or co-located facility. Use tools to deploy and automate hybrid and cloud-based AWS networking tasks. And our old friend here, implementing secure AWS networks using AWS native networking constructs and services. So security is not going to be an afterthought here. You're going to have to keep that top of mind. So let's go into those multiple choice and multiple response questions again. Multiple choice simply is you're going to have one correct response and 3 incorrect responses. For multiple response, you're going to have 2 or more correct responses that you're going to need to select out of the lineup there. And there's no partial credit. So if it says pick 2 and you pick 1, then the entire thing is wrong. There are 65 questions, like I mentioned earlier. However, only 50 questions affect your score. So there will be like 15 unscored questions, which are kind of like experimental questions. Now, a perfect score on this exam would be 1,000, and the minimum passing score is 750. So you still need a decent amount of points to be able to pass this exam nicely. Now, what I want to go over now is what are called the domains. So domains are the overarching areas on the AWS certification that you need to be familiar with. So we'll hit those. We'll also hit the percentages of scored content, which is how much within that domain the questions will be lined up to. So there's 4 domains in the networking advanced specialty. Domain is networking design. That's going to cover 30% of the scored content. Domain 2 is network implementation. It's going to cover 26% of the scored content. Domain 3 is network management and operation. That's 20% of scored content. And then domain 4 is going to be a compilation of network security, compliance, and governance, which is 24% of the scored content. So all these domains are fairly beefy. I would say domain 1, network design, 30% is going to be the heaviest. And you really can't go in here half prepared and expect a great result. Now, let's get into some of these task statements for the domain. So domain 1, network design, task statement 1.1 is design a solution that incorporates edge network services to optimize user performance and traffic management for global architectures. Now, I'm going to link down in the description below the complete exam guide for this AWS Networking Advanced Specialty Certification, because you definitely need to read this from start to finish. Task statement 1.2, design DNS solutions that meet public, private, and hybrid requirements. Task statement 1.3, design solutions that integrate load balancing to meet high availability, scalability, and security requirements. Task 1.4, define logging and monitoring requirements across AWS and hybrid networks. So this is definitely a tall order. Task statement 1.5, designing a routing strategy and connectivity architecture between on-premises networks and the AWS cloud. Task statement 1.6, design a routing strategy and connectivity architecture that includes multiple AWS accounts, AWS regions, and virtual private VPCs to support different connectivity patterns. Wow. And then you go into domain 2, network implementation, and a whole series of tasks there. Implementing routing connectivity between on-premises networks and the AWS cloud. Okay, so for this task statement, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the bullet points of things that you need to be familiar with just in this one task statement, just to kind of give you an example of the complexity here. So, routing protocols, static and dynamic, virtual private networks, and accelerated VPNs. You need to know about layer 1 and types of hardware to use, letter of authorization documents, co-location facilities, and familiarity with Direct Connect. You need to know about layer 2 and layer 3. For example, VLANs, IP addressing, gateways, routing and switching, traffic management, and SD-WAN. For example, Transit Gateway Connect. DNS for conditional forwarding and hosted zones and resolvers. I mean, this is, yeah. Security appliances, for example, firewalls. And these firewalls, of course, will be software defined. Load balancing, that's going to happen at layer 4. So, if you hear me talking about layer 1 and layer 2 and layer 4, if none of that sounds familiar, this comes from something that you should be familiar with called the OSI model. This is something that I would say is fundamental knowledge, even before you jump into networking, that you should know, really before you come into this exam. But if you don't know it, of course, we got to play a little bit of catch up. AWS organizations, for example, multi-account transit gateway, Direct Connect, and Amazon VPC and Route 53. Quite a bit to learn there. So let me go to domain 3 here and hit another one of these task statements. The domain 3 again is network management and operation. Task statement 3.1 is maintain routing and connectivity on AWS and hybrid networks. Task statement 3.2, monitor and analyze network traffic to troubleshoot and optimize connectivity patterns. Task statement 3.3, optimize AWS networks for performance, reliability, and cost effectiveness. There's that shout out to the cost optimization, which is definitely a great skill to have as an architect. Let me just skip on down here to domain 4, the network security, compliance, and governance. Task statement 4.1, implement and maintain network features to meet security and compliance needs and requirements. Knowledge of different threat models based on application architecture, common security threats, mechanism to secure different application flows, AWS network architecture that meets security and compliance requirements. Now let's wrap all this up here and take a look at what you should do. All right, if you're brand new to AWS, don't even think about going after this networking advanced specialty certification. You're going to want to definitely start out in the foundational certifications, something like an AWS cloud practitioner. If you have a few years of AWS under your belt, maybe you have a few associate certifications, perhaps you have a professional certification as well, maybe the Solution Architect Pro or either the DevOps Engineer Pro, and you want to go deeper on this networking stuff, you could take a look at this. But I would really take your time in preparation with this, because unless you were a former network engineer, which I had the pleasure of having been a network engineer for around 5 years in my career, I would say definitely take your time with this certification. Now, if you do want to go ahead and jump in and do some training, I'm going to link a free training from AWS down below. This is the Exam Prep Standard course for the AWS Certified Advanced Networking Specialty, which you can register for and start right now. I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know what you think is the most difficult AWS certification. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.